Hello, everyone. It's March 3rd, Wednesday in Cleveland, Tennessee. I was on my bicycle once again going to Walmart and walking behind Walmart on my way to Lowe's to buy a hatchet. And I noticed that the numerous pods that they had stored in the back of Walmart since about November or December are filling up today with much activity going on. Delivery trucks, half a dozen men, some on forklifts, some checking shipments. The many pods were opened, and I noticed infrastructure items. Um, my dad's a steel guy, and I'm an auto body repairman, so there were columns, beams, there was metal mesh rather, and it looked to me as if they were preparing to assemble cages or dividing sections. I mean, again, many steel beams, and I thought, here we go. So the pods stayed, just stored for 2 to 3 months or better. And just today, I noticed that many of them were opened up and being filled with all of their uh, infrastructure items. Again, now I asked the manager on duty, Sean, if he knows anything about what's going on today. The manager, Sean, and I just said, I'm sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. What's going on back there with all the pods being filled up? He goes, what do you mean? What do I mean? I just repeated the question. And he said, well, we remodel every 5 years or so. And I thought, oh, sure. I should have said, what do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, if it's that simple and it's a remodel, then just spill it, right? Of course, there's much more going on than that. With it being mentioned in years past that Walmart would be detaining centers once the COVID shot or mark of the beast, if you will, become very enforceable or even mandatory. Uh, Sectioning people, dividing people in groups as to whether or not they're going to accept a shot or a mark. And then at that point, whatever your choice is, be hauled off to some FEMA camp. Now, these are the things I understand and can believe, especially what I witnessed today. So it is indeed 3/3 that I was there. There's my receipt. And been on a bicycle in Cleveland since early 2017. And my route would be to uh, park on the side of Walmart, go behind it, and just easily get to Lowe's that way, because I'm not one to constantly be suspicious or scope out the rear of Walmarts. But I just figure it's very suspicious activity. Furthermore, on my way back home, I went through the COVID testing and shot giving delivery center at the First Baptist Church in Cleveland, Tennessee, and spoke to a couple of National Guard guys. Before I could even get the question out of my mouth, I think one suspected where I was going, and he walked away. He said he had nothing to do with that. And then the one who stood with me hearing my question, he said, no, I don't know anything about it. Sounds like a conspiracy theory. And then I said, well, then you have heard something about it, right? If you're labeling it a conspiracy theory. And then, of course, he kind of hemmed and hawed, and he said, this is inappropriate conversation. And I said, you mean the question is inappropriate? because I just asked him if he had heard any information about Walmart becoming some detaining center and COVID processing center once it becomes enforceable and mandatory. And he just basically said, no, it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but he hadn't officially heard that, you see. So he was kind of backpedaling. And I said, well, do you mean my question was inappropriate? Because I don't know until I ask. So obviously was very uncomfortable. He was not at all comfortable being asked about such goings on. And again, this was a couple or one National Guard guy on my way home that I had asked. I mean, what can I say? It's as if they certainly know something, but they're very quiet and not at all inclined to divulge whatever it is they've been told or whatever it is they know. But much activity going on behind Walmart today in Cleveland, Tennessee, at Paul Huff Highway, Lee Highway, Paul Huff Boulevard off of 75 in Cleveland, Tennessee. Jesus is coming at once. I just had to put it out there. Maybe others will find suspicious activity going on also in their neighborhood Walmarts. You might want to check it out and be advised, be warned, and Jesus is coming at once. God bless everyone. Amen.